artist of any genre that wants a stage, K-Poppin' provides you with it with our Tiniest Stage every Thursday. And we have a very special Tiniest Stage guest for today. Joel's here.
Hi, welcome to What If. Just kidding. That's yesterday. Hi, everybody. This is a new year, new me. Look at this. I heard everybody outside, and even Isak during the first hour, were like, "Oh, who's that guy outside?" And then I was like, how do I dress that bad in real life?
Well, no, it's not that you dress bad. It's just that you're very casually dressed when you come to the studio, which we love. I mean, for me too, Wednesdays are very like casual days. So that's why I dress as casual as possible as well. But, you know, like for a day like today, you know, like I also dress up a little bit when we have our artists in the studio because I don't want them coming and be like, yo, what the?
Yeah, Isak pulled out the good beret today. Oh, before we start, our writer said that, I won't show the brand, but our writer said that I would get in trouble since it's White Day, and I'll give you a piece of chocolate.
I get chocolate. First chocolate of the day.
Listen, I don't want to get in trouble.
It's only chocolate of today. Yeah, no, you're right. Our writer did good.
Yeah, I
was gonna be like,
it was 2 + 1, so I got 6, and it was only like 3,000원. Listen, for a bargain, baby.
Okay, well, Joel, I really am going to treat you as the artist you are today. Okay. So the interview is going to be kind of like how I was with the podcast.
Okay, yeah.
We're going to go a little bit more formal.
Okay, this is weird.
In questions. I am really going to be trying to hone in on, you know, the song and you as an artist and all that other stuff today. But first things first is there's like a little bit of initiation here with our segment. We have our TS counter. Okay. Now, this was created to kind of, we've been having a lot of indie artists joining us in the studio, and a lot of them actually come for the radio for the very first time.
Okay.
So I wanted to break the ice with our artists and kind of break them out of their shell. Okay. So I asked questions about them that they answer that we time them on. So whoever gets the number 1 spot, Moonbeam is number 1 at the moment with 1 minute, 4 seconds of answering about 13, 14 questions about themselves. And the number 1 prize is that you get a chance to come back whenever.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So if you get number 1 and you win the whole board and the season ends and you're still number 1, then PNU is going to let you know, and then you can tell us whenever you want to come back to the Tiniest Stage and sing as many songs as you want. So normally we have people out when they release music, right? So we would have something to talk about. But this gives you a free ticket to come back.
I think I should get a free ticket to come back anyway since I made that board. I wrote and drew all of that. So.
He designed the board for us.
No, but that sounds great. I like that.
Okay, so yeah, we're going to be asking a few questions with you. The music is going to start and we're going to time it. So,
oh, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Okay.
Okay, so let's dive into the music. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, music cue. Name.
Joel.
MBTI.
INFJ.
INFJ. Celebrity ideal type.
전효성.
Oh, okay. How to get close to you.
Buy me food.
One bucket list for the year.
Release another song.
Ooh. Recent interest.
Video games.
Oh. Most tedious thing.
Doing subtitles.
How long does it take for you to get ready?
5 minutes.
Oh. Food you'd like to buy for the K-Poppin' team?
쌀국수.
Okay. Be as famous as BTS or just be K-Poppin' superstar?
Just be K-Poppin' superstar.
Oh. A commercial you'd like to be in?
Car commercial.
Oh. If Tia and I fell into the water, who would you say first?
Neither.
TMI of the day.
I had chicken for lunch.
Okay. And what is K-Poppin' to you?
Everything.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. We have, oh, wow.
What happened? Where am I at here?
Wow. Okay. Even though it was done in all English? Really? You got a minute 17.
Oh, well, I'm still up there, though.
Oh, yeah, you're still up there.
Oh, bye-bye, I can't really see the name, but
it's 우리 it's 어떡해? It's bye-bye.
I'll get it next time. I'll get it next time.
Oh no, you're right. And you know what? Since you're tied with Neil, I'm gonna have you above Neil.
Yeah.
So you come in number 5.
Okay. Oh, number 5. I love that number. And if you'll see my thing, it's just chocked full of 2000s.
Yeah, what's this thing?
Class of 09, Hags, have a great summer.
Oh
and
my God.
that S sign we always used to draw.
The S
You guys
sign.
know what that is?
Does anybody know this S sign?
I really didn't know what to draw. I don't.
No, and I love the colors too.
Yeah, because it's royalty. Royal colors. Gold and purple, and I'm royalty. So, you know.
Oh, I was thinking of the LA Lakers, but okay.
Oh, no. Well, yes, but no.
Okay, so we've talked about your MBTIs, and you really do feel that your MBTI is pretty accurate.
Yeah, because I didn't used to think this, and most people don't think this. INFJ, which means I'm very reclusive, and I'm very everything by the books. I don't stray from the path, as they say. So these days, like, unless it's like work related or very, very sparingly, will I go out and hang out and stuff. Like, I just kind of like to be by myself, do my own thing. And I do everything by the books. You know, we talk about it on What If, but it's more like, if you call me out the day of, don't expect me to leave my house. I need to know a day or two in advance to prepare myself.
Right. You mentally prepare yourself to leave.
Yeah. So,
Song is your celebrity ideal type.
Yeah, because when I was in my old group, we actually 겹쳤 or overlapped our activities with when she did that song Good Night Kiss no kume, that song, and I was like, wow, she's so pretty, and like she was really nice, so I was like, oh yeah, she's pretty cool. So there you go.
It doesn't really seem like you promoted as a group that far long ago, but when you think of Good Night Kiss, that's a pretty
It was a
far
long time
back.
ago. It's been 10 years almost. Yeah, 10 years almost now.
Wow.
Yeah, I remember.
Wow.
My company said I couldn't come on K-pop, and what's up with that?
If we go back to that, I swear, like, I can't even with that. Yeah. For me to have Joel being he was a part of the K-pop and fam when I first started the show, when it was midday break, and he was one of my loyal listeners. And when he debuted, I made it a mission. The amount of times my writer called their company to have them on the show was ridiculous. And then for them to turn us down only to come to another show. And then he ended up getting stolen by Music Access.
You and I have been like two ships passing in the night for the better part of like 7 years.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's ridiculous. But I'm here now.
Yeah.
You know.
And he's there, and he can't leave.
Yeah, I'm not going nowhere.
He's not leaving.
I'm not going anywhere.
So we are going to talk about music a lot more later on, but you want to release some more music, so I want to get back into that in part 2 after we sing.
All right.
Video games.
Yeah. So, you know, like I told you, I'm a recluse. And I just kind of like stay at home a lot.
So console games or online games?
I do both. I don't know. I'm going to name drop a little bit. The most recent one I played on the PS4, because I don't have a 5 yet, was Resident Evil 4, the remake.
Okay.
So I'm playing that. And I got computer games. I do...
so more shooting games, because honestly, shooting games are a little out of my realm.
Oh, yeah. Well... I know Isak's taste in games. Like, you like God of War and like these like
Witcher.
Yeah, like you know what I mean, fantasy type stuff, and I like that too. But I really like to I like games that I can put myself in, like concentrate for like 10, 20 minutes, and then I can take a break and then go back. But with a story type game with like that, you just get sucked in and you're just like obsessed with it forever. So it's not that I don't like them. It's that I don't have enough time to really invest into a good story. You know. So yeah, I like quick and to the point.
Okay.
You know, type games.
Okay. So food is your weakness when it comes to meeting people. So when people want to get close to you, buying you food would be a way to your heart.
Yeah, because most of the time, you know, at this age, I'm buying the food. So you know, we were all young once, and when you're young, you know, people buy you food, and it's a very like you feel really good when someone buys you food. You know what I mean? Right. So I'm like, hey, that person's like really nice. Like, that person's cool. It make me want to get closer to you.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay. How do you break the ice with somebody? Like, you know, is there like a certain type of conversation that you like? Like, how can somebody build chemistry with you?
First of all, as professional as I am on the radio and on like TV or whatever, I am very free, and like I don't how do I say it? Filter myself outside.
Joel has a potty mouth.
Yes. I don't know. Am I allowed to say that here? But
Joel has a potty mouth.
Yeah. So like you need to be on the same chord as me comedically. You know what I mean? And like I've heard that I make people laugh a lot and stuff like that. So like if you and I are not on the same chord comedically, then it isn't going to work.
Okay.
I can still be your friend, I guess, but we're never going to get like
close.
this. You know what I mean? So
yeah. Okay. Do you drop that's what she said type of jokes too?
Only if they're really inappropriate.
Okay.
Isak's no angel either.
No, wait. I've been holding back on my reels that I send you then. I should be sending you completely different reels.
You should see the ones I send to people. I'll end up in prison.
No, because I have certain friends that, you know, if we have certain mindsets, I send them funny stuff. And I've always excluded you because I know that you had a potty mouth, but you know, having a potty mouth and having like, and that's what she said type of mindsets is very different. So
sometimes I look at the reels and I'm like, I don't know. I feel like this is illegal or something. You know what I mean?
Well, you didn't make it, so it's fine.
I didn't make it. I'm just, it just pops up.
You didn't make it, so it's fine. You just shared it.
That's right.
Subtitles. So I'm guessing this is with the podcast.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh, my God.
So up until now, you've been doing the subtitles.
Yeah, for the most part.
Okay.
Putting the subtitles into videos on my podcast. And it is awful. Like, it's really bad. A 40-minute video takes days to do.
Right. I think that a lot of people, we've been getting a lot of questions, and it's not for a lot of the foreign fans when we have certain artists come through, like they're like, oh, Arirang, why don't you guys do subtitles? And I never answer that because it's not my place. I'm not the one that's editing the videos. But I feel that a lot of people, because subtitles are so widely available on a lot of very big YouTubers' videos these days, they think that it's really easy to do. But it's a very tedious thing because you have to go back and re-listen to all the dialogue.
Yeah. I mean, first of all, it's easiest to do, instead of doing it in real time, it's easier to just have somebody type up everything that's said so that you can just insert it manually.
Right.
It's much easier to do that. I'm waiting, and I think we're pretty close to the point where AI can just do it for you.
Right, but it's always wrong.
Yeah, it's always wrong. So like I'm waiting for it to get real tight, to tighten it up a little, and then you know, whatever, it's no big deal.
Right.
But until then, I'd rather get my teeth pulled than do that.
Subtitles.
Oh my God.
Boo, 5 minutes to get ready?
Yeah, I'm very quick. Well, I guess it depends. If I'm not doing like some kind of hair or makeup or something like that, then I'm really fast. I do everything very quickly.
So you're a shower before bed type of a person, I'm guessing.
Yeah, and if I'm going out for a significant reason, I'll shower again in the morning.
Just in case, like so do your hair and stuff like that.
Yeah, like if I...
So let's say you had a place to go that's like, you know, you needed to make a good impression. Maybe you had a meeting or you had a blind date or you wanted to impress somebody. How long does it take for you to get ready?
If that's the case, I would say 30.
Oh, it's still not that long.
Yeah, but everything before that, I take 5-minute showers. That's it. No longer than 5 minutes. Always. I've always been that way.
Has this ever been because of your father?
I think so, yeah. Because my dad was in the U.S. Air Force.
Yeah, so that sounds very like military-ish. To
Don't
take,
waste the money.
Yeah, to like 5-minute showers, go in and out, use 1 bar of soap.
Yep. You know, you go to use 3 squares of toilet paper only. I'm kidding. He's not that bad. I love you, Dad.
Okay. You want to buy us pho?
Yeah, because you know what? I know our lovely staff here at ARIRANG K-Poppin' is very busy, and if you walk just about 200 meters to the
place
left,
you go to.
on the second floor, there's a pho place, and it's really good. And I've had pho genuinely in Vietnam. So, and I'm like, you know what? I mean, it's not the same, but it's pretty good. Okay. So, I mean, on me next time.
Oh, okay. Okay, so pho. That sounds good. So you would rather be K-Poppin' superstar than BTS famous?
I was pressed for time on that answer. I mean, all right.
You're lying.
But you know what though? I got a lot of loyalty to this program. I've been poached before and I said no. I'm just saying. Okay. Not from this particular place, but you know, so people try to poach me, but K-Poppin'. Listen, as a fan of this show from like 2007 up until now, like, and I work here now. Why would I give that up? You know what I mean? It's like over a decade almost. Right. You know?
Right. The only time I would ever let you go out of my grasp is if they offered you a DJ job.
Yeah, that's the only time that I'd be like, oops, sorry, y'all.
Yeah, no, that's the only time I would give him up is if he got offered a DJ job, I would gladly say goodbye.
Well, it's not like we would never see each other anyway.
Right. No, and at least I would know that you were being taken care of.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So a car commercial. So I know you do a lot of voiceovers.
I do.
But for this car commercial, would you like to do a voiceover for it or actually be in it or both?
Well, I've done so many car commercial voices.
Right.
I've done like certain luxury cars and all that stuff. But like I'm always watching these videos and I'm like looking at the person driving the car. I'm like, well, you know, I'm me. I look like me. Why? I think I could do it better than that person.
It's like,
you know what I mean?
If you're gonna go for a guy like that, like, excuse me,
come on.
I could have asked for a lower paycheck than he did.
Yeah, listen, I'll take the pay cut if it means I do it. I don't care. You know what I mean? Don't be turned off by the fact that I got my license only 3 months ago. But listen, give me your like eok tari ta. You know what I mean? And let me drive it around a little bit.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Give me the car and I'll do fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so you would not save me either Tia or myself if we fell in the water.
Because I know that you can both swim.
Oh yeah. That's
and
true. It's the more romantic sense of who you love more, but
in fact, I wouldn't even be on that boat because I don't like boats at all. I don't like the ocean.
I feel that we would probably have to jump in and save Joel.
Oh no, I was a swimming sunsu.
Really?
I can swim. I just don't like the ocean because it's scary. And I don't go on boats.
Okay. Okay. You had chicken for lunch as your TMI for today.
Yeah, I've been, you know, pumping iron, as they say, you know, in the gym. So I've been on my tanbaekjer, my protein loading. So chicken all day, every day.
And K-pop into you is everything.
Yes, like I said before, and I'm not the corny type, but like I said before, like this program and Isa Nuna 선배님 is like one of the big reasons how or why I entered Korean entertainment. So you know what I mean? Like it's womb to the tomb for me.
I did kind of joke that you requested all the songs today. Is it true that you requested all the songs today?
Yeah, so each song is actually has a meaning to me.
Okay, so why was Hello, Shiny's Hello?
Because I remember when I first got casted to be a trainee, this was the song that I was listening to the most at that time.
Oh, at the time?
So this is like, much like, as you know, you guys will figure out, much like my song, like everything today is very immaculately calculated. So like every song has a specific point in time for me.
Okay.
You know, and a very important meaning to me. So Hello by Shiny was the song that, you know, when I was in college, I was like in my first year of college studying, listening to this and that, and then I got casted. So,
okay.
Yeah.
We aren't going to get a chance to hear you sing live today because you are our artist of the hour. So Falling, tell us a little bit about the song.
Okay, so the song was kind of the brainchild of myself and Tabi, who is a big producer.
Tia's Tabi.
Tia's Tabi, yeah.
Okay.
So like we've known each other for quite a long time. And, you know, I'm close to Tia too. So I was like, you know, years ago, him and I got together and we were like, hey, let's make a song together. And then
So this was like
no,
long
the
time in the making.
idea was created like a couple years ago. But then it never actually happened until recently. I was very busy with like other stuff on like TV or whatever. So, excuse me. Yeah, so I was like, I want this song, and you know, I was actually gonna put this out to coincide with the release of Squid Game: The Challenge, which I was also on, and I wasn't able to do that, but I was like, you know what? I kind of want to put all of my experience in life into a song and see like what comes out of it.
Okay.
So I was like, I wanted to make it very like meaningful.
Okay.
Because usually, like I said, I'm not a very serious person. I don't.
But you are very sentimental. We've talked about this on the show.
I am very sentimental. I remember the past very fondly.
Yeah, you're very nostalgic.
Nostalgic. I lost the word. But yeah, so I kind of wanted to put that in there, and that was my favorite part of the song, or the music video especially, to make, because I had to sift through so much footage of home videos that I had never seen before, and like look through like just hours and hours and hours of it. It was really fun. Yeah.
Oh wow. Well, we're gonna get a chance to like get to all the backstory and everything.
Right.
I'm gonna give you a chance to drink some water and get ready for the performance because I know you're probably sweating a little bit. So Joel's in the studio today. He is, in all honesty, like seriousness, he is our Tiniest Stage artist for today. He just dropped Falling. If you guys haven't started streaming it yet, get ready for it. He is gonna be singing it live for us for today. So you ready?
I'm always ready.
All right.
I think.
Music, cue.
사진 속 많은 스토리들 창문 사이로 행복과 아픔들 맘속에 간직할게 Words of wisdom 누가 알았을까 Life will bring you down 매 순간 소중해 Every moment 매 순간이 날 만들었지 어릴 때 첫걸음 내디딜 때 넘어질 때 울며 포기할 때 엄마 아빠는 괜찮다며 일으켜 포기는 마 일어나야 해 When I'm falling 끝이라 생각할 때 When I'm falling 혼자라 느껴질 때 넘어질 때마다 땅을 칠 때마다 모든 것들이 날 세워졌지 When I'm falling 세상이 무너질 때 When I'm falling 난 실패하지 않아 전에도 그랬었지 항상 이겨냈지 모든 신들이 날 만들었지 이제 컸으니 이럴 수 있으니 새로운 도전 앞에 이겨낼 수가 있어 누가 말할까 It's gonna be okay No one but you It's so true When I'm falling 끝이라 생각할 때 When I'm falling 혼자라 느껴질 때 넘어질 때마다 땅을 칠 때마다 모든 것들이 날 세워졌지 땅 끝까지 가도 내가 아는 건 하나 내게 필요한 건 항상 옆에 있지 No one can ever take it Spirit you cannot break it 가까이 소중히 맘속 모든 순간 yeah, yeah. 넘어질 때마다 땅을 칠 때마다 모든 것들이 날 세워졌지 When I'm falling 세상이 무너질 때 When I'm falling 난 실패하지 않아 전에도 그랬었지 항상 이겨냈지 모든 신들이 날 만들었지 어머 세상에
잘했어. 와!
Welcome to K-POPPIN.
Wow, it's been a minute since I've actually had Joel sing.
I don't realize I used to be the rapper, man.
So we're going to be talking about that. So Joel is here. We just heard him sing live, Falling. This is all going to go up later.
Yeah.
So you guys can watch it as many times as you want. So when you started your career, you were the rapper of the group. And, you know, since then, you've done a lot of audition programs and stuff like that, but like under throat genres, or you sang, but it was a little bit more lighthearted.
Yeah, like I'm ballads for me. I actually don't even listen to ballads like on the day.
Okay.
You know, I listen to music that makes me very uppity and like, you know, happy.
Like a lot of the songs that you've done in the past, like the cover songs.
Yeah, and whenever I do a song on a TV show, it's never serious.
Right.
You know, they've asked me if I would, and I said no because I'm just not good at it. But I really wanted to make I can't make a happy song about, you know, this. So
when you created the song, you were planning on doing something as sentimental as possible.
Yes.
Okay.
So actually, what the whole, you know, way that this came about was originally there's another song.
Okay.
And that song is what I will be releasing next.
Oh.
But we made that one first. And then I made this one.
Okay.
So so it was that one's a little bit more lighthearted than this one.
Okay.
This one, honestly, like I know that there's people that want to like, you know, hear me sing and want to support my projects and stuff. But this particular song, to be honest, was selfishly made for myself.
Okay.
To show my thanks to the people that have helped me up until now. If you look at like the credits of the music video,
we're in it.
You guys are in it because like you know Yisak and the staff and you know PD님 and 작가님 and stuff because it's kind of like a list of people that have really been there for me when it was difficult.
Right.
You know what I mean? And being an ex-idol, and I think anybody that's an ex-idol will say this, is that you go through it trying to stay alive.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? In terms of like career.
Right.
So
let's kind of talk about this more music thing. So fam, today a lot of these questions are stuff that, you know, Joel and I don't necessarily talk about normally because I mean, it's not that I'm not interested. It's just that, you know, when he comes for the show, we're always talking about this like random like
we talk about air fryers.
I talk about like pressure cookers and air fryers and stuff like that. So musically, you said that your goal was to release some music, more music. So like post Idol, a lot of people just give up or they just realize that the music aspect of things is not their cup of tea. You releasing these like the songs and you wanting to release more, was this something that you've always wanted to do after being an idol or?
So, I mean, yeah, but honestly, listen, I'm going to get really dark here for a second. But when I was in my old ex-idol company, they really tore me down in terms of self-confidence and my skill and my ability to do things.
Right.
So it took me a long time to pull myself out of that. Like they were all telling me that I was really bad at everything, really. You know, just you're kind of just pretty, so stand there, you know, that kind of thing. So it was really kind of scary to do that. And I think that the biggest way that I got over it was doing a TV show where I stood on stage by myself with back dancers of my own and all of that. And I was like, oh, so I can do it.
Right.
So, you know, from there, it kind of just went up and up and up. And then I was like, you know what, let me try tackling a genre that I've never done, which is ballad.
Okay. So music has been something that has been like an unfinished goal that you are constantly striving for?
Yeah, it's unfinished business in a lot of ways. Because I came into the game, you know, not as a 방송인, like a personality on TV, not a voice actor, but I came in as a singer.
Right.
So, you know, I was like, I have all of these years of training and all of this stage experience, and it just seemed like such a waste to not do anything with it.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, like I said, I would like to explore more genres in the future too.
So, like music, singer, like, you know, writing songs and stuff like that. Is this a continuation of a side that we're going to be seeing from now on?
Yeah, I would like to do at least a couple things a year.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I mean, I can't say that I'll put all of my time, money, all of that stuff into strictly singing because now I am by definition full-time a TV personality.
Right.
So I can't just like go backwards when something else is already working for me.
But that is something that you would like to add to your plate.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
I like my plate full.
Okay.
I don't like something missing. I want all the mashed potatoes. I want everything. You know.
So how did you meet Tabi?
So actually Tabi used to be on like some kind of radio program with Aaron and Ren. From New East, and then I now do a podcast with Aaron. I used to be his roommate. Right. And one time after like they did the radio, or whatever, like he came over, and then I met him there. This is when I was living with Aaron. This is a couple years ago. I think it was like maybe I don't know. I don't remember when, but
and then years later, Tabi met Tia at church.
Yeah, I know. Isn't this weird? Like everyone knows each other.
And now they're married.
Yeah, and now they're married. So this is weird.
Joel had first dibs though.
On what?
On knowing him.
Oh yeah. I know. No, so she called me one day and she was like, oh yeah, like I met this guy, like Tabi, and I was like, Tabi, Because I know two da beats.
Yeah,
so I
right.
was like, wait a minute.
Tabi or Tabit?
Yeah, I was like, I don't know what's going on. And he was like, oh, he's a music producer. I was like, oh, what? I know that guy. Yeah, so it was fun. It was very easy to start hanging out together.
Start hanging out together. And I feel that it would have been a lot easier to understand your and Tia's friendship.
Yeah, no, definitely. Actually, the honest truth is that even for this song, it was kind of a collaboration between the three of us because Tabi is good at making the music and all that stuff.
Right.
I like to write lyrics, because I'm really into it, but I cannot, for the life of me, make it sound like I'm not a kindergartner in Korean.
Right.
So I had Tia help me write the Korean lyrics. The English lyrics I wrote. Okay. And then I gave it to her, and I was like, listen, I know you know how to do this better than me, so help me. So it was kind of the three of us. So if you look at the credits, all three of us are on it in terms of production.
There we go. And you put all of your name into the Konka and all the look at you.
So this song, anytime anybody plays this, Tia, Tabi, and myself get a little something.
There we go. So fam, don't forget to stream it. Show a lot of love.
There we go.
Yeah. For the creation process of this all, how did you guys end up working? Did you and Tabi just sit in the studio and constantly work, or?
So that's the thing about working with someone like Tabi, who I think is definitely almost prodigy level in terms of his production. So he basically gave me a bare bones, just a basic piano chords sound. And then he gave it to me, and then I wrote something basic to it, and then I took it back and I showed him the lyrics, and he just something turns on in his head, and he just goes crazy on the piano for an hour, and it becomes this big fleshed out thing. And then I remember towards the end, the last part where it gets, the
climax.
The climax part of it, he added all kinds of stuff in it, and I was like, wow. It just came out of nowhere. It was insane the way that it happened. I was so started like that, wrote the lyrics, or did the melody, then wrote the lyrics, had Tia translate them, and then Tabi went wild on the track. So
wow. So how long from start to finish was the song did it take to do?
If you put all the days together, I would say, including production and all that, probably a week and a half. Maybe.
Okay.
So not too long.
How long did it take to record?
I actually recorded in I did one main 녹음 and then one recording, and then I did another sujeong or fixing recording. So 2.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. And Tabi's not going to let me, first of all, his name is attached to it also, but it's also his product. He made the song. He's not going to let me be basic on it.
Right.
He was like, no, you're fine. It's good.
Huh.
Go. Yes, sir.
No, but I feel that, because me too, when I was working with a lot of producers back in the day, SM style is very strict. We sit on one line for an hour. Where
well, you don't have to remind me. I did that too.
Right, yeah. So when I've worked with other musicians and producers after that, I was in there for 20 minutes. They're like, yeah, we're done. I'm like, what?
That one song, in music, this kid music. I'm a big Isak fan.
I don't know why they haven't actually put that into any other streaming places, because I feel that the song would still do fine now.
The song's good. I like that song.
Yeah, no, when I was working with them, it was kind of awkward for me. I felt like it was going to be. And the reason why I ask is because I've worked with people that I'm close with. Right. And for me, sometimes it's even more burdensome to sing for somebody that I'm close with.
Right.
Because I feel like there's more at stake. I'm going to let them down, or they're going to see a different side of me. Whereas if I don't know anybody, I can be in there an hour and piss them off.
I'm the opposite of that.
Really?
Though. So if I go in there with an engineer, he's 20, 30 years older than me, and I don't know these people. I feel like they're just going to chew me out, and I'm going to leave a bad impression if I do bad.
Really?
But if I'm with someone I know, I'll go in there and be like, hold on, let me get in there and kill this real quick. And we go
wow.
eat. So I have more confidence when it's someone I know.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't know. I'm the opposite of you, I guess.
Okay. So since singing is now officially on your plate, as a lot of the things that you're doing, if you're releasing more songs and stuff like that, as the months go by, we're probably going to see a lot more songs accumulate. Would it be in your agenda to maybe have a smaller concert, a small 소극장 concert, or a club type concert, or a fan con type of an ordeal?
Maybe, but the one thing that I am terribly afraid of is that I do something like that and no one shows up. Oh. I'm afraid of something like that.
Okay.
I don't know. But if I do that, I really big. I want to do busking.
Okay.
and I've looked into it, but you need all kinds of permits to do that. It's like a real pain. And I'm like, you know what? Let me get the catalog up a little, and then maybe I'll do some busking.
Okay.
You know, I'll wear this. You know, I'll get full makeup and hair and all
today,
that.
I really
Like
like
an elf.
the vest. I like your vest jacket. It's really suits you. So yeah, you said that you had stories for each song that you chosen for today. Our song, this is not Latte music, ladies and gentlemen, even though today our songs are quite ancient. So 핑클's 영원한 사랑.
All right, so this
Eternal
song,
Love.
yeah, 핑클 영원한 사랑. So when I was in 1995 or 6 or something like that, I was living in Hawaii, and my cousin from Korea came and lived with us, and she brought a treasure trove of K-pop CDs, including H.O.T. and Finkel and SES and all these people. This song, 핑클's 영원한 사랑, is the first K-pop song I ever heard in my life. So, and I remember the song, I forgot the name of it, but then when I came back to Korea, and probably when I was at training or something, I heard the song somewhere. I was like, that song sounds really familiar. Why do I know that? And it's because it's the first Korean song that I've ever heard.
Okay.
So, yeah.
His true journey to K-pop started here. So we have 핑클 with 영원한 사랑, Eternal Love. I never thought. So it's not What If Joel today. It's Tiniest Stage artist Joel, as we have him in the studio for today. I'm really loving the serious talk. I know that after the podcast, you really loved us talking about that kind of stuff. So like we said, we never really talk about that kind of stuff outside of work.
I'm getting interviewed, which is very rare. I usually interview people.
Exactly.
So it's very new experience.
And I felt very weird the day I was on the podcast too. Speaking of the podcast,
yes,
there has been a little bit of a break. I if there is tea, could you? I'm not gonna like pressure you to spill anything, but I mean, can we at least get excited? Could the subscribers start getting excited for something? Or
all I can say about the podcast is that like none of us give up. So how do I say this? Good 없어. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I mean, like I can't say anything concrete, but you know, listen. Well, first of all, we put way too much time and money into it to give up now. So that's all. I'm going to leave it there. You know.
Okay. Well, okay. That's exciting. That's what's promising too, because you know it was too much of good content to not continue on.
I go back and watch the episodes occasionally.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah, I go back and I've watched yours a few times.
I do go back to a few of the episodes, especially like with people that I know, because there's more updates on the comments.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
I like reading the updated comments.
You know what really really irks me though? And I mean, it doesn't irk me, I guess, but because it's like getting exposure. But the Brian episode, like someone cut up part of it and put it up on like a reel or something. It had like some millions of views or something. Because you know he's doing real well these days.
Yeah, he's doing really well these days.
So I was like, man, we should have done that. We would have gotten millions of views.
Well, I mean, it's not too late. When it comes to content these days, I think one of the reasons why even Dive Studios is so popular is because honestly, I love Dive Studios. I do, but I can't sit through a whole podcast. I love their reels though.
I know.
I love their reels though.
Oh yeah, they pick out like that's part of marketing podcasts in general.
Right.
Joe Rogan does the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the podcasts that are popular now is you have like a highlight of them in the reels or in TikToks.
Suck them in.
Yeah, and then just have them there. So I mean, I think it would be good marketing for you guys to even go back to a few of the first episodes and like give us some edited stuff.
No, yeah, definitely. No, and we're making moves.
Okay.
Real G's move in silence, you know.
Okay.
As 50 Cent says.
I'm not gonna pry too much because I have a feeling that there's something that's coming that we can't talk about. So
yeah. Who knows?
Okay. I always try to ask this as you know, when we have most of our artists here, they're singer-songwriters. So since you are adding, you know, keeping singer and production on your plate at the moment, do you kind of have your creative like inspirational surges at times? Like, do you like keep a diary, or do you write lyrics sometimes? Do you like write poems? Do you have that side of you as well?
Like, you know, I think it's difficult to say, but I like to, you know, I mentioned it before, I think. I make up scenarios in my head. I talk to myself.
Right.
You know, and sometimes I'll hear a word and I'm like, that would be a really cool word for a song.
Oh.
So like, you know, I'll do something like that. Like, you know, for example, like just a random word I'll hear. And I mean, that would be a really cool premise for a song.
And then you write it down.
Yeah, and then I'll write it down.
Okay.
Yeah, so like I'm just in general, I think a creative person in general. A lot of the times it's me finding the time to get to do it. But But yeah, no, I definitely feel like my mind is always on overdrive in terms of creative.
All right.
You know.
So with your playlist, because my playlist has changed significantly since I started driving. So now that you have been driving a lot more, do you feel that your playlist has changed a little bit as you've been starting to drive, or what do you normally listen to?
Well, if I'm driving, I tend to listen to more of like talk shows.
Oh, really?
But when I do listen to music, it's almost always going to be hip hop or rap. Because I like to think that I look cool driving around like that. But no, I like it because, you know, first of all, I get what do you call that thing where you're driving and like you just kind of like zone out, which is not safe. I don't like doing that. So
no,
like,
I mean, you're aware. I've never have been in a dangerous situation when you zone out driving.
Well, I guess for me, I'm a little bit more nervous about it because I haven't been driving for that long. So I turn on hip hop and it kind of like, you know,
it keeps you centered.
I got the sound package in my car.
So what if you were just using public transportation? Do you have a different playlist or?
I have very specific K-pop artists and very specific pop artists that I listen to, and I don't very often delve out of that. I feel like I should add more songs to my playlists, but you know, I just.
So you playlist by artist, not like just random songs.
Well, by songs that I like. Oh, like there'll be artists by songs by artists that I don't particularly care for.
Okay,
you know what I mean. So like you'll have Rag and Bone Man. 1 second, you'll have 50 Cent the next, and then you'll have like Timmy. Or like,
okay, so you're that kind of, you're just a random playlist person.
Yeah.
You're everywhere from the 90s to the 2000s to yesterday. Okay.
Although I am a little bit of an old head and I do appreciate the classics that I listened to growing up.
Okay.
So I am a little bit nostalgic in that way. Okay. But I'm not opposed to new music. Like there's some songs in there that came out like, you know, really recently that I listened to too.
Okay.
Yeah. Just a little bit of everything. I got 40s music in there.
Okay. Singing wise, you did say that your ballad is never really a genre that you sing. What do you sing when you go to singing rooms?
So I usually don't sing Korean songs. Although if I do, it's because everyone's like, oh, you should sing this, you should sing that. You
go with people, like regardless if you go with Korean people, you sing pop songs?
But I only sing pop songs that I think every Korean person would know.
Oh, okay.
I'm not like that dude that like sings really obscure pop music. You know what I mean? That they would never know. Like that. So I'll sing songs like, you know, Under the Sea or something.
I have playlists for different people.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
If I'm doing a 회식 with people that are older, I go for my like trot playlist. Like I have all the trot songs that I know how to sing. If I'm going with like friends that like, you know, that are my age, that, you know, we lived through similar things, like Big Mama and Call Me, and those songs come out.
It's been a while.
And then, like, if I go with people like you and Tia and stuff like that, like Spice Girls is coming out. So,
tell me what you want, what you really, really want.
So my playlist for singing rooms is, it depends on the person I'm going with.
Well, there's sometimes, because like, you know what, the one that's I always sing every single time is Namjin's Dungji. I always sing that song. You know that song? Yeah,
I do.
I sing that. There's a few songs that I'll sing no matter what, and that's one of them.
Okay.
I do some Jessie too.
So speaking of songs, because Joel, we need to start wrapping up. But you did say that you had meaning for all the songs that you chose today. 심신 is the last. This is not Latte music, ladies and gentlemen. It is our tiniest stage. So why did you choose 오직 하나뿐인 그대?
So I had actually given up being an entertainer, and I was just, you know, working very like a normal work, you know, and then I got called to a show. I got called by a broadcasting station to be like, hey, come on our show. And I was very adamant about it because I'd never stood on stage before. And I mentioned earlier, I stood on stage by myself for the first time, dancers the whole night. This was the song that I sang.
Oh.
I'm not going to lie, I didn't know who Shim was before that, but he's very before my time. But yeah, so I sang this song, and you know, it's kind of ingrained in my DNA now. So
yeah, because you sang it. You practiced it so much.
Yeah, oh my God, hundreds of times.
Joel, we need to say goodbye.
Oh my God, already?
Well, how was the...
This was fun. I like this.
Right?
This is like, I'm not as high energy as I am on What If.
And I love it.
Because like, I don't know, it's these lights, man. They're like, they got me feeling some kind of way.
He's getting sentimental on us.
Oh, man.
He's coming back next week, a different version of himself.
I'll be back.
With our What If Joel. But as we say goodbye, his track, with the request of 오직 하나뿐인 그대, You Are the Only One is our last track for today. We'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.